Hi, I'm Raylynn Myers, and I'm doing my speech over driving retirement programs for seniors. A few months ago, I was driving to the mall, and I was looking around for something. I was still focusing on the road, but I look up, and there's someone in the lane next to me that's driving towards me, and they had no idea that they were doing it, and I don't know, it completely freaked me out, and I stopped my car so that they didn't hit me, but they just stayed in their lane and they never did, but they were driving on the wrong side of the road. And I noticed that the person seemed super elderly. I mean, they had white hair. But I don't know, after that I started to talk to my friends about, people being too old to drive and, what's the appropriate way to go about, telling someone, seniors in our communities and in our families, when they should maybe stop driving, when it becomes dangerous for other people. And I know that's not easy to say because, I haven't hit that age group yet, so I feel like I would understand if, seniors get offended, by someone telling you maybe you shouldn't drive anymore because you're getting too old. I mean, I could see how certain people would be offended by that. The number of senior drivers involved in police-reported crashes is expected to increase by 178% by the year 2030. Drivers aged 65 and older will account for more than half of the total increase in fatal crashes, and about 40% of the expected increase in all crash involvements. Senior drivers are expected to account for as much as 25% of total driver fatalities in 2030, compared with the 14% presently. Sorry, couldn't get that word out. Older drivers now account for 1 in 6 accident fatalities, and as the elderly population grows, that number is expected to increase to 1 in 4. Now, with these studies and these statistics, I think it's safe to say that the safety of senior drivers has become a challenging social problem in the U.S. Just as planning for retirement is a social norm, I think individuals should also plan for driving retirement by implementing some type of program to help seniors drive safely for as long as possible and to help them get around when they no longer have the ability to do so. In many industrialized countries, doctors and physicians are essentially the gatekeepers of licensing, determining whether a certain condition can render you from driving, or if you lose some part of your sight or some kind of mobility issue to where you can't drive. Usually physicians are the people, that tell people that they're too old or, they can't have their license because of some kind of injury. Usually they're the ones that do that. But now I think it's socially, people find it hard to tell older people that because there usually isn't a good reaction to that kind of news. But our urban environment essentially, is kind of centered around using cars for transportation in suburban and rural settings where many seniors live. And public transit, is often limited. Taxis are expensive, and not being able to drive for some people can lead to social isolation, a loss of independence, and in some cases even a deterioration in health. I just feel like social and healthcare institutions should establish some type of peer counseling program to make the transition to driving retirement easier. And I know that's kind of easy to say because not everyone wants to go to some seminar that basically says, it's time for you to stop driving, but there has to be some kind of social change and implementation process to make this a smoother process for everyone, to make sure that people are safe, that our seniors are safe, and that, people are safe when they're driving. I think that driver safety comes first in this situation. Municipalities and healthcare authorities, community groups and charities, in all levels of government can develop creative solutions for driving retirees. These solutions can range anywhere from, tax or financial incentive for when people carpool to the grocery store and social events, or urban planners should take seniors into account when considering availability of public transit and placement of housing and shopping areas, or some kind of subsidized shuttle van service that could be developed in suburban and rural communities. Also, local businesses and community organizations could establish programs such as the grocery bus model, where buses are used in off hours on specific days to pick up seniors and take them to social events in the grocery stores, and then they're able to take them home after that. I just feel like with this subject, without solutions, our seniors may find themselves in nursing homes prematurely, and this could be a significant and it can be a significant personal and public expense. And it is a hard topic to talk about, and it's difficult for me to talk about because I don't know what it's like to be a senior, and I know that quite a few of them get offended when they're told that they're too old to do something. I mean, that's happened where my grandma has been told that maybe certain things aren't a good idea because she's older, and she's been super offended. So I don't know, I just felt like a lot of people don't really talk about it, so it's something that needs to be talked about, especially where driver safety is concerned.